What's going on, everyone? So, this upcoming offseason is going to be very interesting because the Lakers, there's arguments to just kind of rehaul the whole roster, like just leave your two pillars in LeBron and Luka and trade everyone else. I don't think anybody on this roster is untradeable. I don't think anyone on this roster you don't give away if the right trade comes along. Now, look, I don't want to trade guys just to trade guys, right? Like, I don't want to trade Austin Reeves just for the sake of trading Austin Reeves because he's bad in the last postseason or anything like that. No, like, if the value is there, if it's something that makes sense, either, you're getting that tier guy or you're getting a more complementary fit for the overall team, then sure, right? Like, for example, yeah, I would, if you trade Austin Reeves in a package for whatever, Giannis, right? Not going to happen, but let's say, whatever, like the Nico Harris goes to the Bucks and is like, hey, we'll trade you Giannis, give us Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and whatever else, right? Like, boom, okay, fine. But outside of that, I don't think you need to trade Austin Reeves for that. If you can get like a clear-cut guy, like a Dyson Daniels, very young, one of the best, if not the best on-ball defenders in the league, defensive player of the year type guy, right? On top of that, you got, he's knocking down the three ball with some consistency, right? Perfect complementary guy slotted alongside Luka, right? If you can do something like that, then yes, now that to me makes more sense. Yes, you could argue Austin Reeves is better and all that other stuff, but it's not about just names on the back of the jersey, right? If that was the case, Phoenix would be getting ready to win their second NBA championship. If that was the case, Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, Metta World Peace, Pau Gasol, and Dwight Howard would have won 5 NBA championships. Didn't happen, right? Like, so to me, I look at it and I go, you either need better complementary fit or you need that tier guy. Like, again, I'm not trading Austin Reeves for like a Colin Sexton. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But even some of the other guys as you go down the list, right? I do think that there are guys that are harder pressed to trade. Like a Dorian Finney-Smith. I wouldn't just like trade, right? Like, again, if the right deal is there and you have to, yes, he's got to get a new contract and all that stuff. But, at the trade deadline, it's like, okay, well, we need, like, I don't want to trade Dorian Finney-Smith just to trade Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't want to lose a two-way guy that, was our best plus minus guy, not by happenstance, like it really was like the case, right? Like, and to then go get another guy that's just replacing him, and it's like, oh, well, we still need another guy, right? Like, I don't want to wash players out. I want to, add to it, right? Like, hey, we got this guy, we got this guy, we got this guy. Oh, and now we got this guy and this guy and this guy. And now you just have better, roster balance, better rotation, all of that stuff, right? Let's say you get a Nickeil Alexander-Walker and, like a Jalen Suggs, right? Like, okay, well, now you have, like, say, and then you go and get, say, Mark Williams. Just use him as an example, right? We'll use those three guys in this example, right? So now you got Luka, Jalen Suggs, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, LeBron James, and Mark Williams. It's much better balanced starting five. That is like, now you're talking like championship level starting five. You got two-way, 3-and-D wings that can defend multiple positions alongside Luka. You got your skilled big man that can do a little bit of everything out there on the basketball court, LeBron James and Luka. Well, you still need a bench. You still need guys off the bench that can play and perform and do all those things. And now that's where you keep a guy like a Dorian Finney-Smith, right? So, LeBron goes to the bench, boom. Dorian Finney-Smith slots into the 4. Nickeil Alexander goes to the bench, boom. Dorian Finney-Smith slots into the 3. Jalen Suggs goes to the bench, slide Nickeil Alexander-Walker to the 2, boom. Dorian Finney-Smith slots in at the 3. Right? You want to go small ball and go 5 wide? Okay, cool. You can go Doe at the 4 or the 5 with LeBron, have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Suggs, and Luka Doncic. Boom. Now you got the shooting, you got the floor space, you got everything that you need. Right? Like, there are arguments to be made over certain key guys to keep over others, right? Like, I think that there is a pecking order, like a list of guys that you would keep. I want to go over some in later videos, like individual videos, like explaining why these guys, like I want to do a Dorian Finney-Smith video of like, hey, this is why I want to keep Doe, and here are the examples, right? Like, but I do think that there is a list of like a pecking order, which if you guys want like that list, I can draw it up. But like, my point is like, obviously LeBron and Luka, you're only two guys that are untradeable. Outside of that, I think everyone else is tradable, but I think, like Dorian Finney-Smith would be more towards the bottom of my list than towards the top, right? Like, obviously you want to try to turn guys into things, right? The only guys that I think are guaranteed to be on the roster next year are LeBron, Luka, and Bronny James, right? Because Lakers aren't going to trade Bronny James. Like, teams aren't going to be like, oh, you have to give us Bronny James. Like, they're not trading Bronny James until like LeBron leaves. And Bronny James, if he does actually put the work in the lab like he's planning on, he might actually be a valuable piece for us. But like Gabe Vincent, I'd look to trade. Jared Vanderbilt, I think that there's an argument for and against. I just think if you can turn him into a legit two-way guy. Austin Reeves, again, like I mentioned earlier, if you can turn him into a legit two-way guy, like a higher tier two-way guy, I wouldn't just trade him. Like, I wouldn't trade him for Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but I would trade him for, a Dyson Daniels, who was just young, athletic, versatile, could be a real piece for you for now in the future. Or, again, like there's I'm sure that there are several options if I really like broke it down, right? But like, Jordan Goodwin I would keep because he's a vet minimum contract and you need vet minimum guys, right? So like I wouldn't get rid of him unless you absolutely need salary filler. But then you got guys like Shake Milton that you could add to be that salary filler, and he's on like a non-guaranteed deal, right? But again, Jordan Goodwin, if somebody's like, hey, no, we want Jordan Goodwin, then fine, here's Jordan Goodwin. I just look at Jordan Goodwin as like, hey, he could be a piece over an 82-game season, get some minutes in the playoffs like you saw this last year, and hopefully he continues to work on his three-point shot. If he can give you the three-point shooting as well as just the defense and rebounding, excellent rebounder at the guard position, right? You still need these guys, right? Yes, you need kind of better versions of those guys, but it doesn't hurt to also, if you can, keep those guys, right? Like if you can get a Jalen Suggs is just a better version of Jordan Goodwin, like what we want Jordan Goodwin to be. But, now you got him. Oh, and you got Jordan Goodwin, right? So if you can get a legit scoring option, right? Like, can you get a Gary Trent off the bench, right? Or, Porter Jr., right? Like those same guys, right? Like, both from the Bucks, both free agents, bringing them in. Kevin Porter Jr., not Michael Porter Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., right? Now you got like Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent Jr. give you some offense off the bench, scoring the basketball, right? And then, you got a Jordan Goodwin who can help defense and rebound. And you got a Dorian Finney-Smith that can, be the Swiss Army knife guy. And then, go get a Steven Adams or like a Clint Capella or something like that in your backup role, right? Like now you're just in much better shape, much better balance, right? Like imagine if you had, like Luka, Jalen Suggs, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, LeBron James, and Mark Williams as your five. And then you had, say, whatever, a Jordan Goodwin, right? Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, and then Steven Adams. Just a much better balanced unit, right? Kevin Porter Jr. can be your point guard, scoring guard, all that stuff, initiate the offense, do those things. Same thing with Jordan Goodwin, same thing with Gary Trent Jr., boom, right? Dorian Finney-Smith as like that versatile wing, right? You're just better balanced as a team. You got more versatility as a team. So I would definitely look to try to keep guys like that. But again, at the end of the day, I don't think anyone is untradeable. I think if the right moves, the right deals, you gotta be smart about it, right? Opportunistic trades. Find those trades, which for the Lakers are always harder to find than other teams because, again, no team wants to be the team that makes the trade to make them win it, that have them win a championship, unless you're Nico Harris, right? Like no one wants to be that team. No one wants to be the team that's like, oh yeah, we traded them, these three guys, and now the Lakers are the best team in basketball, right? Like no team wants to be that. So Lakers have to find ways to be creative, maybe try to find some diamonds in the rough, a couple guys that need to prove themselves or something like that makes some sense, right? Or find like a Cam Whitmore who's just rotting away on Houston. It's like, hey, like, what do you want for Cam Whitmore, right? Like things like that. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? If you feel what your thoughts, do you agree with me, disagree with me, kind of mixed in the middle, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.